Born on January 25, 1872, in the genteel surroundings of Upper Norwood, London, Eleanor Fortescue Brickdale was the youngest child in a middle-class Victorian family known for its cultural richness and stability. Her father, Matthew Fortescue Brickdale, a barrister with a deep appreciation for education and the arts, and her mother, Sarah Anna Lloyd, from a family with legal and artistic connections, provided a nurturing environment steeped in Victorian values of respectability and discipline, with a strong emphasis on the arts. Eleanor's upbringing was a blend of traditional Victorian ethos and a progressive outlook. The Fortescue Brickdale home was a haven of cultural discussions, visits to galleries, and exposure to illustrated periodicals, fostering her early interest in art and illustration. Her education, extending beyond basic literacy to include arts, was not just a marker of refinement but also a deliberate choice, reflecting the era's growing women's movement, which gradually expanded opportunities for women beyond the expected norms of marriage and domesticity. This environment played a pivotal role in shaping Eleanor's early years, nurturing her artistic talents within the societal boundaries of her time. Her choice to pursue a career in art, atypical for women of her class, was a reflection of her personal passion and the slowly changing societal norms that allowed women more educational and professional opportunities. Eleanor's early life in Upper Norwood, rich in cultural and intellectual stimulation, laid the groundwork for her to become a celebrated artist, contributing significantly to the evolving landscape of British art. Eleanor Fortescue Brickdale's formative years in art education began at the Crystal Palace School of Art, an institution symbolizing Victorian progress and enlightenment. Nestled in the iconic Crystal Palace in South London, the school was a testament to the era's dedication to making art and education widely acceptable, aligning well with the values of the Fortescue Brickdale family. At the school, Eleanor's artistic abilities were both nurtured and rigorously developed. The diverse curriculum covered various art forms, emphasizing the development of a broad skill set. This nurturing environment was key to Eleanor's exploration of different mediums and artistic styles, laying the groundwork for her future versatility as an artist. The emphasis on mastering traditional skills, such as drawing from classical sculptures and replicating old masters' works, was instrumental in building her technical proficiency. The school's prime location in the Crystal Palace, a center for exhibitions and cultural events, further enriched Eleanor's artistic education. Immersed in an environment brimming with artistic stimuli, from international exhibitions to design innovations, she gained exposure to a myriad of influences, shaping her artistic preferences and style. Eleanor's transition to the prestigious Royal Academy School was a critical step in her journey, signaling her burgeoning talent and potential. At the Academy, she delved into advanced studies in painting, drawing, and illustration under the guidance of some of the era's most esteemed artists and teachers. The influence of the Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood and teachings of John Ruskin, emphasizing realism, nature, and Gothic revival, were particularly impactful during her time there. Her education at both the Crystal Palace School of Art and the Royal Academy Schools transcended mere technical training. It represented an immersion into the dynamic world of art, equipping her with a solid foundation in classical principles while introducing her to contemporary trends. This comprehensive education played a pivotal role in shaping Eleanor into an artist who could seamlessly bridge the Victorian era and the modern world of art. Eleanor Fortescue Brickdale's introduction to the professional art world at the end of the 19th century was characterized by her vibrant exploration of various mediums, showcasing her diverse training. She dabbled in oil painting, watercolors, and illustration, each medium allowing her to unveil different aspects of her artistic persona. These initial works combined technical skill with creative ingenuity, setting the stage for her future acclaim. Her style was profoundly influenced by the Pre-Raphaelites, a movement that emphasized detail, vibrant color, and complex compositions, drawing inspiration from Italian art preceding Raphael. Although the Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood had disbanded by the time Eleanor began her career, their legacy lived on, particularly in Britain, and significantly impacted her work. Her art displayed key Pre-Raphaelite characteristics: meticulous detail, rich colors, and often themes of romance, medieval times, or mythology, along with a Victorian penchant for moral and social symbolism. Among her early notable works, The Deceitfulness of Riches stands out, exemplifying her mastery and reinterpretation of Pre-Raphaelite principles with its intricate details and allegorical depth. Her versatility shone through in her illustrations for various publications, where she successfully adapted the Pre-Raphaelite aesthetic for commercial art. Entering the Edwardian era, Eleanor's art began to reflect the period's blend of traditionalism and emerging modernist influences. Her celebrated series of illustrations for Alfred Lord Tennyson's Idylls of the King captured the romantic essence of Arthurian legends, resonating strongly with the Edwardian audience. Additionally, her painting, The Forerunner, exhibited in 1913, demonstrated her ability to bring traditional themes into contemporary relevance. Eleanor's work during this era achieved both critical and popular acclaim, featuring in prestigious exhibitions like the Royal Academy. Her unique blend of Pre-Raphaelite style with an appeal to contemporary tastes secured her a significant place in the transition from Victorian to modern art in Britain. Her contributions during this period highlighted not only her artistic talent, but also her influential role in shaping early 20th century British art. Eleanor Fortescue Brickdale's artistic body of work was marked by thematic richness and technical mastery, evolving significantly throughout her career. Rooted in the late Victorian era's traditions, her art gradually transitioned to align with the early 20th century's evolving artistic sensibilities. Her work predominantly explored themes of allegory, historical events, and romanticized medieval narratives, reflecting the moral and social narratives of her times. Allegorical themes, a staple in her repertoire, often critiqued virtues, vices, and the human condition. Her painting, The Deceitfulness of Riches, is a quintessential example, depicting material wealth as fleeting and morally corrupting, resonating with common Victorian moral themes. Fortescue Brickdale's affinity for historical and medieval themes harmonized with the Pre-Raphaelite movement's interests. She skillfully brought to life scenes from Arthurian legends and biblical stories, infusing them with a romanticism that captivated her contemporaries. This is exemplified in her illustration for Tennyson's Idylls of the King, where her vivid portrayal of these legends captured the Edwardian audience's imagination with remarkable detail and vibrancy. In terms of technique, her versatility was evident. Her oil paintings and watercolors showcase her skill in color and composition. Her oils were marked by luminosity that brought a lifelike quality to her subjects, while her watercolors were noted for their delicate yet intense use of color, creating a sense of the ethereal. Eleanor also excelled in illustration, her detailed and narrative-driven works perfectly complementing the books and magazines of her time. Her approach was meticulous, often involving extensive research and preparatory sketches, ensuring historical and thematic accuracy. This dedication to detail and narrative was a direct influence of her education at the Royal Academy schools and her deep admiration for the Pre-Raphaelite style. Throughout her career, Eleanor Fortescue Brickdale's artistic style underwent a significant evolution, mirroring the changing artistic trends from the late Victorian era to the early 20th century. Initially, her works deeply reflected the Pre-Raphaelite style, characterized by intricate detailing and romantic themes. However, as she progressed, her later pieces began to exhibit a simpler, more streamlined aesthetic, indicative of the early modernist influences of her time. Eleanor's early career was notably influenced by the Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood, including artists such as John Everett Millais, Dante Gabriel Rossetti, and Edward Burne-Jones. Even after the Brotherhood disbanded, their focus on vibrant colors, meticulous detail, and historical and romantic themes continued to inspire her. Her works also resonated with the arts and crafts movement, emphasized on craftsmanship and medieval romanticism, led by figures like William Morris. Additionally, the symbolist movement's penchant for expressing ideas and emotions symbolically is evident in her allegorical works. Active in artistic communities, Eleanor regularly contributed to Royal Academy exhibitions, which helped establish her reputation and fostered connections with other leading artists and critics. Her involvement with the Royal Watercolor Society and the Society of Women Artists also highlights her commitment to the art community. Collaboration played a vital role in her career, especially in her illustrative works, such as the notable Idylls of the King by Alfred Lord Tennyson. These projects not only showcase her talent in new mediums, but also broaden her audience. Joint exhibitions and artistic endeavors with fellow artists provided opportunities for creative exchange and growth, allowing her to stay attuned to evolving artistic trends. Eleanor's interactions, collaborations, and active participation in artistic circles were pivotal in shaping her career and style. Her ability to engage with contemporary artists and incorporate various influences into her work established her as a prominent figure in the British art world. Despite societal challenges, including navigating a male-dominated field and her unconventional choice to remain unmarried, she managed to carve out a successful career and a fulfilling personal life. Her love for literature, music, gardening, and involvement in cultural activities speaks to a well-rounded individual who transcended the constraints of her era. Eleanor Fortescue Brickdale's life, marked by artistic achievements and personal resilience, paints the portrait of a woman who gracefully balanced societal expectations with her artistic ambitions, leaving a lasting influence on the art world. During Eleanor's later career, her artistic style adapted notably in response to the tumultuous socio-political climate of the World Wars and the shifting art world dynamics. Initially anchored in the richly detailed pre-Raphaelite tradition, her later works echoed the evolving aesthetic sensibilities of the early 20th century, veering towards a simpler, more modern approach. The World Wars, with their pervasive mood of uncertainty and loss, influenced Eleanor's artistic focus, steering it away from the romantic and mythological themes that marked her earlier pieces. Instead, her later works adopted a somber tone, reflecting more introspective and poignant subjects. Despite material shortages and disruptions in traditional patronage systems, she continued to create art that was resilient and adaptable to these challenging times. The decline of the Pre-Raphaelites as modernist and abstract art movements gained prominence presented a significant challenge to Eleanor's deeply ingrained stylistic preferences. Her response to this artistic shift was nuanced. She retained her narrative-driven approach but simplified her style, subtly incorporating elements more aligned with contemporary trends without fully abandoning Pre-Raphaelite principles. This evolution in her work demonstrates her ability to balance artistic tradition with innovation. Eleanor's legacy in modern art history is multifaceted. She is celebrated for her technical skill in oil and watercolor and her capacity to infuse narrative depth and emotional resonance into her works. Her illustrations, particularly for Tennyson's Idylls of the King, are lauded for their vivid imagery and meticulous attention to detail. Moreover, her career stands as a testament to overcoming the challenges faced by women artists in a male-dominated field, inspiring future generations. In summary, Eleanor Fortescue Brickdale's artistic journey, spanning the Victorian to the early modern era, showcases her remarkable achievement in art. She adeptly navigated the transition between art styles, maintaining her artistic integrity while paving the way for female artists. Her legacy stands as a testament to the enduring power of art in reflecting and shaping its era, making her a significant figure in British art history.